Michele Knight. This is the general overview for the whole of December. Now, we kick off on the 1st with Moon, Mercury and Saturn in Scorpio. It's a great time to plunge in to the depth of your being and find out what secrets you are hiding from yourself, or indeed what secrets others may be hiding. We may see in the press another revelation, or something comes to light connected to secrets and all things hidden. There may be hidden power struggles going on, either within yourself or within the dynamics of your life, and you're able to see them clearly and handle them in a whole new way. A lot of people are a little bit nervous of Scorpio energy, but actually it's a very primal, deep and wise force. We have a new moon and Mercury in Sagittarius coming up on the 3rd and the 5th. Now, Sagittarius has a lot to teach us. It's all about being a free spirit. It's all about really wanting humanity to all get on. It's the most, or rather the least judgmental of all the signs. It's the one that allows us all to be eccentric. And this time of year with this new moon, the universe is saying to you, are you allowing yourself to be yourself? Do you honor your inner eccentric? Do you listen to your unique soul? This is a time to celebrate who you are, and you are incredibly important. And most importantly, when you're truly yourself, you allow other people to be themselves, and the world is a better place for it. And with this energy at the beginning of the month, you should be able to feel as if you're blossoming into your originality. Take the time to use that originality at the beginning of the month. We also have Mars going into Libra. I've just written an article about that. I'm calling it metrosexual Mars in Libra, because it's in the opposite of Aries, which is its home. Mars is all about like, rah, I will take over the world. I am the Lord of War. But Mars in Libra is showing all of us a new way of being. It's about power coming from balance and finding a peaceful solution to any drama, anger, chaos. And hopefully that we will see people trying to balance things up in the world, or opportunities for leaders to get together and find a different way. Whether they do or not, it's up to all of our one consciousness to believe the best. Now, the grand water trine on the 9th is very emotional. We have Moon in Pisces, trining Jupiter in Cancer, trining Saturn in Scorpio, trining Moon in Pisces. Now, because that Pisces is so dominant in that trine, it's got a gentle feeling about it. So even with that Saturn in Scorpio and Jupiter in Cancer, it is a big healing of the feminine. Your feminine within, the world's feminine, and the balance of sensitivity and emotion over anger and aggression. Even Mars is playing the game there. And I do believe that this gentleness at the beginning of the month, which won't necessarily last all month, is allowing us to heal ourselves, and most importantly, to reach out and heal others, or equally importantly. We also have Uranus going direct, thank goodness. And Uranus is in Aries. It's been going backwards. You may have found there's been arguments or upheaval or disruption randomly from the past. And you're like, blimey, where did that come from? Uranus going direct is quite good. It gives us a sense of leadership, a sense of being able to take control in a situation, to be spontaneous when we need to be, which is handy, because Uranus is probably going to bring each and every one of us a little gift of the unexpected. Now, the full moon in Gemini on the 17th is quite an intellectual moon. And you can take advantage of that by meditating on the different directions you can go in. Often in life we go, right, okay, this is what I want and that's the direction. Or we find ourselves backed in a corner and we can't really see a way out. The actual joy of life is the one thing that we can be sure of is there are unlimited choices. And this full moon is a perfect time for you to meditate, particularly if you feel stuck. Light a candle, close your eyes and write down what comes. Go to sleep, see if you get a dream that shows you a direction that you're not seeing. It's brilliant for that, so please do try it. Now, there are 2 cardinal grand crosses this month. Yes, cardinal grand crosses. We know what they're like. The first one is Moon in Cancer squaring Mars in Libra, squaring Pluto in Capricorn, squaring Uranus in Aries, squaring Moon in Cancer. It's a little bit of that balance between the masculine and the feminine, the dominance and nurturing. And there may be some tug going on where, again, we might see some more issues that are female-centered. There may be some issues in the world that come up that ask us to pay attention to where the feminine is becoming damaged. And that's not just to do with literal cultural experiences, but also the earth. So that's coming up quite strongly around the 18th. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury enter Capricorn after the 21st. And there's a sense of, really, the best in Capricorn is the ability to go forward, the ability to push on regardless, to be the goat that goes up the mountain. And the negative side of Capricorn is the stubborn rigidity. It's a perfect opportunity towards the end of the month to, particularly if you felt like giving up or you haven't felt that you can really reach your goal, is to grab the strength that the universe is bringing down on us and push on and know that you can do it. There's a whole lot of stamina. We might see reflected in the media people posturing or, again, people refusing to back down. But for you personally, you can benefit by going, do you know what? I am going to just keep motoring forward. The Cardinal Grand Cross on the 26th, not the 28th, is Moon and Mars conjunct in Libra, square Pluto in Capricorn, square Uranus in Aries, Jupiter in Cancer, square Moon, Mars in Libra. Again, it's how is the world going to learn to tackle situations? Through capitalism and patriarchy, or through a gentler solution? I believe as we step through into 2014, the message for us is gentleness, generosity of spirit, kindness being the ways forward. And back in the day, in the 80s, in the 60s, in the 70s, there were a lot of revolutionaries that banded together and did indeed change the world, like feminism, for instance. However, now we are in a brand new world. And sometimes, even with masses of groups of people, things aren't changing. And it's important that we understand the most revolutionary thing that we can do is change ourselves, work on ourselves, individually be kind, individually be the change that we want the world to see. And that is what we're heading towards, being the gentleness. And each of us that takes responsibility for our own way of being in the world creates a greater change than you can possibly imagine now that Pisces is sitting happily in Neptune, or Neptune is in Pisces. We are able to finally bring about change through love and gentleness and idealism, but it has to start within each one of us. Anyway, lecture over. Have a fabulous December. It's certainly powerful. It gives us strength. It gives us wisdom. It gives us understanding. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.